Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty-toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach.
This offense starts deep in a hole. Keeps it moving, it's Lacey. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Left side is Lacey. At the 45 on his way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Chambliss. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. All the way back. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Lindsey. On the stop.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short.
And it was amazing to watch Kewan Lacey take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. To the air, it's Chambliss. The screen, he's got wheels. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the... Scooped it. Scored it. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's a little room there. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The handoff. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Moves the pocket. It's Chambliss. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. To the house. They bring the punter onto the field now. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Trying to make one miss. Advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lindsey. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out wide at the top. Touchdown Rebels! run team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Unloads to the right. Finds his man. It's Cunningham. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to throw on first. Still looking. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. On a little time, lets it go. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's Western Michigan who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. The victory caps off a 10-2 regular season. Now, of course, it's on to the postseason. Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach at the half. He talked to his team in the locker room about their energy level. He said this game is close, but everything of our season is on the line. He's trying to get them fired up, getting them on the field, ready to go here to start the third. More energy, more enthusiasm. They've got to have it here late in the season to keep their playoff dreams alive.
All right, Holly. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. looking for space. It's Lindsey. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Haas. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Chambliss. That one's not even close.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively, you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Stepping to the right. Makes the grab, it's Alexander. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Chambliss. Oh, pressure's coming. Left side is Cunningham. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Driving forward, it's Lacey. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Just smothered on the play.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football throw.
Snags it, and he's open. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day. So been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Unloads to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Right side, it's hot. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I love the play call in this situation. You need one first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, baby.
And got enough space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking down